now to breaking news. The NTSB holding a news conference about that deadly plane crash in Fullerton. Let's listen in now.
Tomorrow evening or late afternoon. And then the investigation will continue at a remote storage facility throughout the weekend. Preliminary report should be on our website. That's ntsb.gov in about 14 days. And then the final factual report will take about 12 to 18 months to complete. So with that, any questions?
Did the pilot actually state the reason for the emergency or what he believed the emergency was?
No, pilot just said ask for an immediate return to the airport.
And he was clear, there was nothing standing in his way at all. He just had a clear line of sight to the airport, but he just didn't.
It was at 900 feet, so this would have been about traffic pattern altitude, so you can presume that it was clear.
If he lost power, would he be able to have made it all the way in, do you think? Or
it's a little bit too early to make those kind of assumptions based on the data we have.
2 souls on board, pilot and...
Well, all we can say right now is 2 fatalities. We don't have any IDs, so we can't confirm.
We don't know how many people were on board of the plane?
4 on board the plane.
We're not sure yet. So because we don't have IDs, we can't really confirm whether they were
on board or on the ground.
We don't know because we haven't been able to ID them yet.
Do the noise regulations in the airport, just like in Santa Monica, have anything to do or might have something to do with the accident?
I'm sorry, the noise regulations? Oh, I see. It would be. I would say no at this point, but it's a little too early to make any kind of judgment along those lines, or compare it to Santa Monica.
So the plane didn't have an airworthiness certificate. What does that mean?
Oh, it did. No, so it's a kit-built airplane. It's a very popular airplane. There's about 1,100 of them have been built, and about 11,000 Vans aircraft have been built. So it's a pretty popular kit-built airplane.
Because on what we pulled up, it said the airworthiness certificate that. So is that just?
It would be an experimental airplane. So we'd have to look into that in a little bit more detail. But it's a pretty standard airplane, and it's been flying for a long time.
Can you explain what is a kit airplane for some of us that are not experts in aviation?
Yeah, so it's basically, it is what it is. It's actually a kit airplane that the owner of the airplane can build and maintain themselves. Provided they built it, they can continue to maintain it. It's just a kit airplane. The FAA, once it's been built, it's then inspected by either an FAA inspector or someone who's designated to work on behalf of the FAA. And then it's approved for flying, yeah.
It's pretty common.
Very common. It's about 11,000 of these type of airplanes, 11,000 Vans aircraft flying, and about 1,100 RV-10 airplanes flying. So, yeah, in the world. So it's very common.
Do they have a good safety record for the most part?
It's not really the place to talk about this company's safety record at this point.
From a reliability standpoint and airworthiness that we had.
Again, it's a little early to be talking about reliability and airworthiness, I think, for this briefing.
As many you said, how many of them have crashed?
Oh, I don't know the number off the top of my head. But
kit-built airplanes been around?
Kit-built airplanes?
Yeah.
Since the beginning of aviation, essentially, yeah.
Do you know if this particular plane had issues before?
Not at this point, no. We're going to locate the maintenance records, confirm that the airplane was current for its maintenance, and we'll really take it from there.
I may have misheard, but someone asked, did the plane lose power?
We're not. That's what we'll be looking into. The pilot simply said that he needed to return to the airport.
What did the flight plan say? Where were they headed?
So it's visual flight rules. There's no requirement to have a flight plan. So we don't know where the airplane was flying to at this point.
Total amount of time from takeoff.
All right, that was an official with the NTSB giving us a news conference from Fullerton where a plane crashed into a building earlier today. The official telling us tonight that it's too early right now to determine what exactly happened and went wrong with that plane. But he does say, again, confirming 2 deaths, 18 people injured, and no identities on those who have passed. He's also talking about a kit, that the plane was made out of a kit made by the owner of the plane, we do believe, and it's a pretty standard airplane made out of that popular kit. Of course, we'll be staying on top of this and bringing you the very latest updates on the plane crash in Fullerton.